हाय गाइस आज मैं बहुत बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ। आज मैं एक्साइटेड इसलिए हूँ बिकॉज फाइनली शंकर शर्मा सर हु इज़ वन ऑफ माई स्टॉक मार्केट गुरुज, मैं स्टॉक मार्केट की पूरी वीडियो बनाई थी एंड ही वॉज वन ऑफ देम एंड ही मैनेज टाइम डू अ पॉडकास्ट सेशन विद मी। और ये इतना इंटरेस्टिंग है ना, मतलब इफ यू हैव बीन इन स्टॉक मार्केट्स एनीवेयर फॉर द पास्ट 2 decades, आई डोंट इवन नीड टू इंट्रोड्यूस हु शंकर शर्मा सर इज, आपको ऑलरेडी पता है। बट फॉर पीपल हु डोंट नो, लेट मी टेल यू, ही इज वन ऑफ द पोस्टर बॉयज ऑफ इंडियन स्टॉक मार्केट्स। ही इज वन ऑफ बीन, आई थिंक, फेस रहे हैं काफी तक इंडियन स्टॉक मार्केट्स का। ही इज बीन एवरीवेयर ऑन द न्यूज एंड ही इज अ सक्सेसफुल इन्वेस्टर ओवर 40 years of investment journey and starting his own venture by the name of First Global, which has different gold stands altogether. It is in brokerage, it is in PMS, it is in advisory, it is in everything. It is amazing. Now, what are the 5 things जो मैंने उनसे सीखी हैं? ठीक है, आप इस पॉडकास्ट में 5 चीज़ें जो मैंने उनसे ली थी। सबसे पहला, the journey of an investor. You will see how he has developed during all these 40 years of investment. पहले क्या था, अब क्या है, बहुत डिफरेंस है। सेकंड, यू नोटिस द इमोशनल बैलेंस। उनका जो इमोशनल बैलेंस इतना स्ट्रांग है ना, मार्केट्स में रेट टाइम कोई चीज़ है ही नहीं। उसके बाद थर्ड, यू विल नोटिस हाउ एक्सपीरियंस टाइम्स एवरीथिंग। जो मैं आपको हर बार बोलता हूँ दैट एजुकेशन एक जगह रह जाती है स्टॉक मार्केट में, बट एक्सपीरियंस एक मेन थिंग है जो होता है एंड जो विद टाइम ही आता है एंड हाउ ही यूजेस दैट। फोर्थ, यू नोटिस his investment beliefs. Now you might look to investor, बोलोगे यार ये तो गलत है, ये तो गलत है, ये सही है। क्यों? क्योंकि स्टॉक मार्केट में कोई राइट फंडा होता ही नहीं है, सबके अपने अपने बिलीव्स होते हैं। और आप इनके इन्वेस्टमेंट बिलीव देखो, ये किस चीज़ में बिलीव करते हैं। एंड फिफ्थ, आई वॉन्ट यू टू ऑब्जर्व द क्लैरिटी ही हैज़। ठीक है, मतलब एकदम क्लियर टू द पॉइंट, नॉट डिप्लोमेटिक, एकदम क्लियर टू द पॉइंट। यू वांट टू लव दिस पॉडकास्ट, राइट? सो करना क्या है दोस्त, आराम से जाओ, हेडफोन्स ढूंढ लो, कोने बैठो एंड यू डो, इफ यू डोंट वांट टू वॉच द वीडियो डोंट वॉच इट, बट इसको आराम से सुनो। दिस पॉडकास्ट इज गोइंग टू बी अमेजिंग। आई होप यू लाइक इट। सर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस टुडे। इट्स अ honor to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here, Harsh. And I hope this is going to be a very engaging conversation because I've seen a few of your videos and you are very engaging when you speak. So it's very good.
So that means a lot because you actually treat you as one of my stock market gurus. I've like seen your interviews on CNBC everywhere since 2005. I know about your Mumbai house. I know you're a foodie. I know you like to travel. So it means a great deal coming to me. And I can't even start by saying that kitna hame benefit hone wala hai with this. And I've tried my level best to reduce the questions as much as possible. I have so many things to ask you. Okay, sir, now you entered stock markets in the early 90s and you have seen the entire game of stock market changing in India. Earlier, I remember in early 90s, stock markets was not that transparent. There were issues. Now it's become extremely transparent. Things have become really fluid from physical shares to demat shares. So how did you enter stock markets? I want to know, in that time when there was absolutely comparatively very less knowledge about stock markets, how did stock market excite you? How did you decide to enter this field?
So actually, I entered the stock market in 1982, which is a very, very long, nearly 40 years back. That was, I was in college at that time, and my father had died a year back, and my earning years because of education was several years down the road. So I was I mean, it's not that I was looking for the stock market, but I met a gentleman, who was a tenant in our home, and he just introduced me to something called public issues, which were IPOs of that time. He advised me that I should put some money into this, and it was Asian Hotels in Delhi,
Okay.
which is a high frequency. So on the ring road, and I just looked at the prospectus, I read it, and I thought it looked like a decent bet. And I put in some 2,500 rupees, and stock did very well. The next couple of years, it became 10x or something. And then ITC also had a public offering at that time of convertible bonds. So a couple of transactions worked very well. So I at least knew that I did not want to make a career in it, but I just knew that this is a good place to make some money with whatever earnings you are having. I never thought I would get into the market as
And
an
so you
investor
had
or
someone in your family who was already exposed to stock markets in some sort?
no,
No one.
nobody. Yeah. So I mean, like last year, many people entered the stock market in India and globally because of a problem, which is that people lost jobs or there was nothing to do. Sometimes adversity can create those opportunities. So at least even in '82, my father's death was an adversity, but it created the opportunity which I have benefited.
Wow. Sir, what would you recommend now if you see in early 82, in early times?
there was absolutely no knowledge about stock markets in right, and I'm sure in 1982 even if I would have gone to a bookstore, might be शायद वहाँ पे stock markets की book ना मिले, मतलब इतना उस समय the knowledge must be rare. Now people are have a barrage of knowledge on YouTube and social media. It's fantastic. So sir, what would you advise a complete noob investor? He knows nothing. पहली बार stock markets में आ रहा है. So what would you advise him how to enter stock markets and decode it? Because stock markets can seem very intimidating for someone who does not know about it. So, what would you advise a beginner how to enter stock markets?
So the answer to your question, Harsh, is not that कि उस वक्त knowledge नहीं था या उस वक्त ज्ञान नहीं था, ऐसा नहीं था. आज वो ज्ञान online हो गया. उस वक्त there was no internet. There were only physical books available for you to get that. And I remember that we used to have a target of spending per month. Right from 91, 92 से कि 10,000 rupees per month, 10,000 rupees per month we will spend on buying books.
10,000
Okay?
rupees at that time is it's huge.
At that time. ये हमारा टारगेट था, मेरे कंपनी का एक टारगेट था कि बाकी डिनर नहीं खाएंगे, लंच नहीं खाएंगे, चाय नहीं पिएंगे, मजे नहीं करेंगे, क्लब नहीं जाएंगे, लेकिन 10,000 रुपया पर मंथ हमें स्पेंड करना है. और ये मेरे ख्याल 92 93 से हम कंसिस्टेंटली इस फिगर को फॉलो किया. एंड उस वक्त जो किताबें आती थी दे वर लार्जली हार्ड बाउंड व्हिच वर मोर. And in Bombay, there were one or two very good bookstores like Sterling bookstore on DN Road, which was only about finance and investing.
Wow.
So it was like, so on Sunday, we would go to that shop. So, and it was just like going into Aladdin's cave. कि इतना ज्ञान और वहां बैठो और किताबें पलटो और जो अच्छा लगा उसको खरीदो और 10,000 रुपए खर्च करके आओ. So there is no shortcut to this. I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is only this कि ये मत समझिए कि यार एक साल में पैसे बन गए तो you know everything about. Because a lot of things are there in the books which you will understand only when you've experienced it in real time. And no matter how good you are, how smart you are, how knowledgeable you are, you need to spend a journey of having seen cycles yourself. वो time लगता है. कि आपने अगर law school pass कर लिया, even if you top the class, doesn't mean you'll become a good lawyer, because law school में क्या पढ़ा रहे हो और real court craft क्या होता है, जज के साथ कैसे तर्क होती है, क्या बोलना चाहिए, क्या नहीं बोलना चाहिए, क्या एक्सप्रेशन होना चाहिए, उस केस में क्या कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी थी जो मैं अगले केस में, वो आपको, इसीलिए लॉयर 50 साल की उम्र के बाद ही अच्छे बनते हैं, डॉक्टर भी 50 साल की उम्र के बाद ही अच्छे बनते हैं. तो इन्वेस्टर भी आपको ये पढ़ाई लिखाई आर स्टेपिंग स्टोन, बट आप बनोगे प्रॉपर इन्वेस्टर 45-50 के बाद ही जाके, बिकॉज यू नीड द डेटा ऑफ रियल वर्ल्ड इन योर ब्रेन.
True, very true, sir, very true.
Technical knowledge though is essential. I mean, read. Please, I'm just telling you. Otherwise, क्या होगा? You will have half-baked confidence. And that is very dangerous. Very dangerous.
So you ever faced a situation जहाँ पे आपको लगा कि that you have had half baked confidence? बहुत बार ऐसे investors को होता है. It's a very good point.
Of course, 100%. 100%. So this I faced in 97 when I thought after long time, 97 तक तो मैंने तभी 10-15 साल कर लिया था. I thought I knew everything, and then I got literally wiped out.
Wow.
I was literally lost. Okay. So I had losses which were unimaginable, and that is because the technology boom had started, and I thought all tech stocks were overvalued, and I shorted them, and it kept climbing, and it was there was no risk management or nothing. I mean, it was just a blind bet. Although I made money, prior to that, so that was the false confidence you get that you know it because you have made money in the last 2 years or whatever, and then it was all gone. So that was overconfidence. 2009, as recently as 2009 March, was overconfidence because I had seen the 2008 bear market coming.
Yeah.
Back in 2007 itself, I could spot it. I made a lot of money in 2008 when everybody was wiped out. I made a lot of money. That made me overconfident. So that when the market turned in April 2009, I was not ready for it. I reacted too late. because I was too confident coming out of a very profitable period. And usually, I can tell you this: your most dangerous period is going to be when you made the most money. You will be a danger to yourself and your money when you have made a lot of money in a short span of time, because you are so full of your ego, you're so full of your greatness,
Yes.
you think that you can pop water. That is the time. And I'm usually now, with the wisdom of 40 years of doing this, I tell myself, you're now becoming too complacent, pedal back. And that's, I can tell you that you are at your most dangerous thing.
So I completely agree with you because I remember when I entered stock markets, मुझे 11 साल हो गए, तो मुझे था कि 3 साल में तो बॉस हेलीकॉप्टर खरीदने वाला हूँ मैं खुद का, एंड आई हैड बिग ड्रीम्स, एंड आई फील स्टॉक मार्केट्स जस्ट स्लैप्स द ईगो आउट ऑफ यू. वो ईगो सब बाहर निकल जाता है, और जो भी यू थिंक दैट यू आर ग्रेट गन्स, वो सब का सब आ जाता है. एंड सो यू राइट, बिकॉज पीपल हैव टू एक्सपीरियंस इट. जो अभी जेन जी आ रही है, आई थिंक अक्टूबर 2020 के बाद देयर हैज़ बीन मैसिव पार्टिसिपेशन इन इंडियन मार्केट्स, एंड बिकॉज इस टाइम पे पीपल हैव ओनली सीन द बुल रन, दे फील दैट, एंड बुल रन में जनरली पीपल आर प्रॉफिटेबल बिकॉज दे आर नॉट टेकिंग एनी रिस्क, तो न्यू ट्रेडर्स टेंड टू बिकम वेरी वेरी प्रॉफिटेबल, एंड दे हैव दैट थिंक कि आप स्टॉक मार्केट समझ गए. बट यू राइट, एक्सपीरियंस टीचेज यू अ लॉट. सर नाउ देयर इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग, जब आपने लॉस का बोला कि यू फेस द लॉस इन द अर्ली .com टाइम, एंड देन यू फेस द लॉस अगेन इन 2009. सेम सिचुएशन विद मी सर, बट मुझे बहुत बार होता है सर, मुझे रिग्रेट होता है कि प्रॉफिट भी हुआ ना, उसके बाद 10% स्टॉक और ऊपर चला गया, तो मुझे खुशी उसकी नहीं होगी कि मेरा प्रॉफिट हो गया, मेरा खुशी उसकी होगी यार 10% हाथ से निकल गया. देयर आई फील देयर ऑलवेज सम पॉइंट ऑफ रिग्रेट इन स्टॉक मार्केट. सर, डू यू हैव सच रिग्रेट्स, एंड इफ यू डू, हाउ वुड यू एडवाइस समवन की हाउ टू ओवरकम दिस, मतलब कि दिमाग में चलता ही रहता है पूरे टाइम में.
होता है. The way regret is part and parcel, let's accept it. But the way I at least have learned to overcome regret is this. Over time, I know that more than making money, it is protecting your profits that is more important. Okay, which means risk management.
Yes.
Everybody will get something right. ऐसा कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है boss. Okay. Until when things go wrong, what is your system and your mental frame to be able to accept that you're wrong and to be out of the train? Okay. And मैं आपको example देता हूँ. There is a somebody we know who's very young, who's I think 31, 32, smart guy. उन्होंने stocks लिए पिछले 6-8 महीने में. When the market started to crash in China in February, March, when the crackdown happened on big tech, तो हमारे पास भी वो सब stocks थे, and हमारा exit हो गया. So JD.com, which we had bought at $40 in March, April last year, went up to 120. At 203, we got out. Baba we got out. Netuan we got out.
Wow.
Netis we got out. So when the market started to crash, we didn't have those stocks. But that guy, because he had made so much money, was full of his confidence and his ego, he could not get out. And therefore, he now sits on losses of 60-70%. Now, that is the kind of thing that is more important than getting the upside right. Getting the downside right is more important. And therefore, you assume that a certain part of your portfolio will get stocked out at a certain point in time. Okay, let us assume that. Okay, let us not get personalized in every stock we own. So over time, I've detached myself from each of my holdings.
So basically, you mean to say कि don't get emotionally connected to your stock. होता है कि मैंने खरीदा ही ऊपर जाएगा.
मैं इसको क्यों कर रहा हूँ इस काम? मैं इस काम को कर रहा हूँ पैसे के लिए. इसके पीछे और कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है. और अगर वो घोड़ा मेरा पैसा बनाना बंद कर देता है, आई एम ऑफ दैट हॉर्स. मुझे उस घोड़े से कोई मोहब्बत नहीं है. मोहब्बत है भी घोड़े से, तो मैं वो रेस में मोहब्बत नहीं करूंगा. रेस के पहले कर लूंगा, रेस के बाद कर लूंगा. रेस में तो उसको परफॉर्म करना है, बहुत बात खत्म हो गई. नहीं. So I have no connect with my holdings. For me, they are not human beings. They are a bunch of numbers. I have stopped thinking of companies as run by a CEO, having employees, having people. मुझे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है उन सब चीजों में. मुझे उनके नंबर्स एंड नंबर्स अलोन में ही इंटरेस्ट है. और अगर आप उस तरह से देखना स्टार्ट कर देंगे इन्वेस्टिंग को, योर इमोशंस विल बी कट. And when you cut emotions, you have automatically increased your chances of success by 1,000 times. Because ये game emotion पे ही आप हारोगे. As you mentioned कि यार दुख लगता है, छूट गया, regret.
Yes, sir. There are points personally where I have howled. मतलब I have cried जब होता है ना कि you do your research and the thing doesn't work out, and उस समय देयर आर पॉइंट्स जब आपका मुझे लगता है कि मेरा तो भगवान से भरोसा उठ गया था. देयर यूज्ड टू बी पॉइंट्स लाइक दिस व्हेन स्टॉक मार्केट टेक्स यू दोस एरियाज. बट यू राइट सर, क्योंकि इफ यू डोंट कनेक्ट इमोशनली विद दैट स्टॉक देन यू टेक इट एज अ बिजनेस, तो आपके ऑटोमेटिकली इमोशंस आर रिमूव्ड, थिंकिंग हमेशा लॉजिकल सेंड में ही रहेगी.
Absolutely. And the other thing to remember is that अगर कोई स्टॉक पे निकल गए because of your risk management, stop loss था out हो गए, regret ये होता है कि अगर वो चला जाएगा ऊपर. Problem is not that. The point is that कि in stock market, I always say this, it is like standing at a bus stand. There is always another bus coming, boss.
Yes sir.
There is always the next bus. वो बस छूट गया कोई बात नहीं है, नेक्स्ट बस का इंतजार करो. आप उस बस को चेस करते करते आपका एक्सीडेंट हो जाने वाला है, बिकॉज आप रोड पे भाग रहे हो, आप कैच कर रहे हो एक हाथ से, पीछे ट्रैक गाड़ी आ रही है, उसको छोड़ दो यार. 5 मिनट के बाद बस आएगी, पक्की बात है ये. और कुछ होना हो दुनिया में, नेक्स्ट बस विल कम. कैच दैट बस, बी रेडी फॉर दैट बस. एंड अगर क्यू में अगर आप पीछे थे और वो बस छूट गई थी, इसका मतलब नेक्स्ट बस की क्यू में आप नंबर 1 हो.
तो सर one way to handle regret, as you're saying, कि be patient, कि अगर opportunity चलेगी, there are several other opportunities that will come in stock market.
अनलिमिटेड अपॉर्चुनिटी का ये एक सागर है.
Wow. Sir, when did you have this realization? I really personally want to know this. जब आपने बोला कि unlimited opportunity था, because इसको सुन के मुझे भी एक बड़ा optimism आ रहा है. When did you, at what age, after how many years in stock markets did you realize कि यार I don't need to do this, stock market में opportunities भरी हुई है? When did that point come?
जब वो लॉस हुआ 97 98 में, when I was wiped out, I went back, I made a lot of studies, I bought a lot of books, I studied why I went wrong, I went back to the drawing boards, I did not trade at all for I think 6-8 months. I just took a sabbatical because I realized that I did not know enough about this game. So I was humble enough to exit the trade out. जो हो गया, surgical cut, कैंसर को निकाल दिया, अब रिहैब करना है, स्टडी करना है. उसके बाद I came back the same stocks. The stocks I was short on were exactly the stocks that helped me make money on the way up. Today I can be short a stock and I can go long it by end of trading, or I can be long a stock and I can short it by end of trading. It doesn't matter. I have no baggage of my memory to cloud my judgment. Like I said, you become like a monk in this game.
Yes, sir. So I feel every investor at the end of it, no, he is someone who can actually control his emotions. People think stock market बड़ा easy है कि करना क्या है, बैठ के बस buy sell, but when your hard-earned money is into it, दुनिया बहुत different है. On paper, stock market is the best career to be in, but obviously when reality में when your money is invested, the situation is very very different. Sir, this is एक तो सबसे पहले sir, I saw and I think remember one of your interviews, you were showcasing your 3,000 book collection. Now, sir, after these many years, how much has that book collection gone to? What are the numbers of this book collection right now?
Oh, it's so one of the reasons why we bought a larger home. ये बड़ी एक 1 minute की story है that our earlier home was smaller, and the reason why we started to look for a larger home was not because we needed a bigger bedroom or a bigger bathroom. उसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं. It was good enough. But he said, यार किताबों की जगह ही नहीं है अब इस घर में. एंड ये हर महीने का 10,000 का जो बजट है उसमें तो अब ये जगह कहाँ पर है. सो लेट अस नाउ एक्सपैंड आवर होम सो दैट वी कैन बाय मोर बुक्स, नॉट बिकॉज़ वी विल हैव मोर टेलीविजन सेट्स और मोर जिम एंड ये वो सब भी कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. सो आई थिंक द कलेक्शन जस्ट कीप्स एक्सपैंडिंग. लास्ट नाइट आल्सो आई बॉट 2-3 बुक्स. नाउ एक्सेप्ट एवरीथिंग इज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एंड फिजिकल बुक्स अब उतना नहीं खरीदते, कुछ खरीदते बट नॉट अ लॉट. बट the interesting thing, I still go back and I pick a book off the shelf, which I might have read in 95 or 96, because one is able to understand them better today with the benefit of 25 years of experience.
Yes, sir.
Which is what I'm saying, that the same books of medicine or law, when you go back and reread them after 20 years of practice, you will understand much better.
Much better. Yes, sir. Yes. I personally had the experience. I feel that some books have layers. जो with time experience के साथ वो layers actually में समझ आती हैं. So, any top 3 book you would want to recommend to people watching this show? Any top 3 books of stock markets?
So, I mean, it's not 2-3 books. I think you should have complete education, which means you should have complete knowledge of fundamentals. You should have complete knowledge of technicals. You should have complete knowledge of macro. And इन तीनों को आपको समझना जरूरी है. As I always say, that if you do not understand all these 3 components, then you are not a complete investor. And when you are not a complete investor, this market will find out your fault and kill you on your weakness.
Yes, sir.
So if you understand only technicals, you're a trader, but you don't understand the macro, the cycle is changing, but you are only trading technicals, you will get killed. Or
Yeah.
any other cricket. Yeah, if you're going to play, you need to be able to play onside, offside, spin, pace,
Yeah.
old ball, new ball. You can't say, यार मैं सिर्फ old ball खेलता हूँ, मैं new ball नहीं खेलता, मैं सिर्फ offside खेलता हूँ, backside नहीं खेलता हूँ. Then you will have a very short career.
Very true.
So,
Very true.
if you want to play a long innings in investing, there are three silos. There are fundamentals, there is technicals, there is macro. There are enough literature books available for all three.
True.
Okay, I don't want to limit you by saying 3 books. Why 3 books? Why not 300 books?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Sir, now
But
this
the
is
categories are these broad three categories. इसके अंदर जितना deep जाओगे, you will keep becoming better and better, and you will play a 30, 40, 50-year innings in this game.
yes. So three parts: macros, fundamentals, and technicals.
Correct.
सर अभी इसमें बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग मेरे पास क्वेश्चन है कि अब आजकल देयर हैव बीन ग्रुप्स राइट देयर सम पीपल ऑन द इंटरनेट इज लाइक कि ट्रेडिंग बकवास है मैं तो सिर्फ इन्वेस्टर हूँ सम पीपल लाइक कि ट्रेडिंग इज अ कंप्लीट गैम्बल एंड वाइस वर्सा बट दे हैव ग्रुप्स ऑन बोथ द साइड्स एंड जैसे आपने बोला देयर शुड बी अ बैलेंस यू शुड नो हाउ टू डू इट एक बैट्समैन को ऑफ साइड ऑन साइड दोनों बैटिंग आनी चाहिए वेरी ट्रू सर सर बट ट्रेडिंग को बड़ा ग्लैमराइज कर दिया गया आई फील द जेन जी दे हैव अ रेपुटेशन कि ट्रेडर्स आर द रिचेस्ट पीपल आउट देयर एंड उनको लगता है कि ये ट्रेडर तो यार दिन की करोड़ों घुमा रहा है एंड दिन के 10 करोड़ निकालेगा 10 लाख निकालेगा वट एवर इज विल इज सो एंड दे वॉन्ट टू परसू इट एज अ करियर वॉट वुड योर एडवाइस टू बी what would your advice would be to a Gen Z who is thinking that I want to be a trader for the rest of my life at the age of 20? आप उसको क्या advice करेंगे?
So at that age, I don't think you have enough money to become an investor.
Yes,
just
sir.
to be clear.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. You will have only enough money to put some margin down and trade,
yeah.
which means that you get cleaned out at some point. कभी ना कभी तो जाएगा ही जाएगा. So what my suggestion is, you need to trade. There is no way to learn this game without knowing what the trade is or
Yeah.
what trading is. Today, I don't trade. I don't trade much. Okay. I stopped a long time back because I don't need to trade now. And I don't find the necessity or the urge to trade. I've outgrown it. I've done that for a long time. I know inside out the game. I don't need to prove it to myself whether I know it or not. Okay. Now, the point is that experience helps me in my investing also. So, if you know what the tape is talking, you will be able to understand the larger picture of what the market is saying. Because the market has a voice, the market talks to you. The market talks to you through the tape. वो टेप को सुनने की शक्ति आपको ट्रेडिंग से ही आएगी, इन्वेस्टिंग के थ्रू नहीं आएगा. I can tell you that much.
Very true, very true,
Because
sir.
trading has far more data points coming to you every day than investing does. More the data points you absorb, the better the brain will become as a computer. The brain needs data. The brain is another computer. It needs more and more data. आप जितना भरोगे, वो उसको exponentially बढ़ाएगा. Trading
Very true.
gives you a large trove of data. And I'm not saying trading means day trading. Okay, so you can do that. I've done that also. Trading can have, 1-day trades, intraday trades, 1-week
Swing
trade,
trade,
or
positional trades,
a
yeah.
1-year trade.
Yeah.
Okay, even a 1 year. Okay. All spectrums of trading must be experienced for you to become a great investor also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Completely couldn't agree with you more because if you are not a good trader, I feel it is very difficult to become a good investor. जो आपने भी बोला कि that to get those points that when the market is talking to you, you need to be a good trader. Now, sir, another very interesting quote I was reading that when you mature, your portfolio matures with you. As in, जैसे जैसे you spend more time in the markets, your investing styles changes, your trading changes. Like you mentioned earlier, you were heavily into trade. Now maybe you don't trade that much. You're more into investment. So, sir, what does that make sense to you? That when you mature, your portfolio matures with you?
The portfolio can be comprised of several sleeves. Today, I don't look at the portfolio as one overall, homogeneous mass. I look at the portfolio like a cricket team. So in a cricket team, I need all kinds of players. I need 2 good openers. I need two or three good middle order. I need 1 or 2 all rounders. I need 3-4 pace bowlers. I need a couple of spinners, and I need a wicket keeper. And I need some guy out of this which acts as my anchor, that is the captain. तो अगर आप क्रिकेट टीम की तरह देखें तो मैं इसको एक टीम में आप सारे बैट्समैन तो नहीं रख सकते, सारे बॉलर तो नहीं रख सकते, सारे ऑलराउंडर नहीं, सबका एक अपना अपना
रोल है।
एक पोर्टफोलियो को भी उसी तरह होना चाहिए. व्हेन यू हैव a momentum area, you have a steadier area, you have an area which is emerging, not emerged, you have an area which is well understood, but still has got decent upside, maybe not spectacular, then you have a good, durable cricket team. Otherwise, you have a team which might win one series, but will get cleaned out in the next one.
Yeah. Yes. Very true.
For me, my portfolio doesn't reflect what I think today. My portfolio only is the best available 11 players that I have at that time, at that point in time.
एंड सर आई थिंक इसका एडवांटेज ये भी है दैट यू विल नॉट कीप बाइंग एक्सेस. 11 तो होगा, इट विल बी द बेस्ट 11 दैट यू कैन फाइंड. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपने ये भी खरीद लिया वो भी खरीद लिया फिर यू हैव अ लिस्ट ऑफ 50 स्टॉक्स इन योर पोर्टफोलियो, सो यू ओनली कीप 11 स्टॉक्स इन योर पोर्टफोलियो. इज दैट इट सर?
No. So 11 is only figurative. Actually, I keep a lot more in my portfolio. One of the key aspects of investing is, remember this. If you have got an edge in investing, whatever that edge might be, it comes out of data, bond, ML, fundamental, whatever it is. If you have an edge, please apply that edge over a wide basket of choices. Don't narrow down your choices, because the wider the basket of choices, the more your ability to get the biggest winner in the market. The narrower the choice, it is possible that the 12th man actually was the best player, or the 15th guy is actually the best player. But मैंने एक artificial limit बना दिया 11 का, तो मैंने वो 14, 15, 20, 25 वाले को नहीं देखा. So actually your catchment should be wider, not narrower. It is a myth that keeping 5, 10 stocks gives you more returns. It is a complete total myth. And it is the most dangerous advice anybody can give you, that आप 5 स्टॉक बना के आप बहुत पैसे बना सकते हो. वो हम 5 स्टॉक लेके पैसा नहीं होता है ऐसा. वो सब हाइंडसाइट में ही सही लगता है. Minimum portfolio size should be 25 or 30, not less than that. Because the probability theory will dictate that if you've chosen reasonably well, maybe 20% of that will become huge winners. Okay, the middle of the pack will be average, which is plus minus the market, and then there will 20 maybe 30% which will not do well. वो जो आपके जो 20% है बेस्ट वाले, वो ही आपको करोड़पति, खरबपति, बिलियनर बनाने वाले. But there is a way to get to them. You have to widen the catchment so that वो 2-5 मछलियां पकड़े जाए. Otherwise आप सोचोगे वही 2-5 पकड़ी जाएंगी, ये नहीं हो सकता है.
सर अब if you had to give one advice to your daughter about financial markets and only one thing you can tell her about stock markets, what would that thing be?
That it is a game of probability. Be ready to accept the fact that at least 40% of your bets will be wrong. But as long as you get 50% right, you are going to become a billionaire several times.
Yes, 100% sir. सर डू यू फील देयर एनी की पॉइंट्स कि अगर आप उसको देख के बता दोगे यार ये मुझे पता है मार्केट्स में अच्छा करेगा, इज देयर एनी की पॉइंट्स इन अ पर्सन दैट यू माइट लुक इनटू अ न्यू इन्वेस्टर एंड यू माइट से कि दिस गाय विल डू वेल, व्हाट वुड बी दोस की पॉइंट्स फॉर यू?
So the way I look at markets or investing is that I don't even look at a company anymore. Okay, मुझे कंपनी में कोई इंटरेस्ट, मुझे इंटरेस्ट है मैक्रो ट्रेंड. बिकॉज अगर आपने मैक्रो ट्रेंड राइट कर लिया, the rest of it is a by product of it. तो लार्ज कैप खेलना है वर्सेस स्मॉल कैप खेलना है. अगर आपका वो बेसिक ट्रेड राइट हुआ, फिर आपने उसके अंदर क्या खेला विल बी अ डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दैट. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी बेटर देन दैट. तो अगर लास्ट ईयर में जैसे स्मॉल कैप्स ने अच्छा किया, आपने मोटा मोटा एक वेल चोजन कोई भी बास्केट ले लेते, तो 5-10% आगे पीछे में उतना ही पैसा बनना था.
यस सर, यस सर.
फर्स्ट डिसीजन अगर राइट हुआ कि स्मॉल कैप ठीक एरिया, स्मॉल कैप लेता हूं, तो then you are broadly, that big macro call has got given you most of your returns. The micro within that will give you less and less return. Focus on getting the first stage, first level is get the macro right. Once you get the macro right, ki large caps form. Second is which sector, right? अगर आपने फार्मा पकड़ लिया, आपने केमिकल्स पकड़ लिए, एंड आपने बैंक्स को और एनबीएफसी को अवॉइड कर दिया, आप आगे निकल गए गेम में. अब बैंक और अब इसके अंदर आपने क्या लिया, केमिकल्स में या फार्मा में, इट रियली डिडंट मैटर. 5 स्टॉक आपने ले लिए ठीक ठाक, तो मोटा मोटा आपका मैक्रो राइट निकला,
तो फिर चांसेस
सेक्टर
ऑफ यू
राइट
डूइंग वेल
निकला,
इज वेरी
उसके
हाई.
अंदर के स्टॉक, उसके अंदर के स्टॉक का वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम है अंदर घुसना. It's a waste of time. 90% of your returns will come from getting the top down right. People waste time on doing bottom up. Say कि bottom up करो, but कितने कर लोगे? एक लाइफ में कितनी कंपनियां समझ लोगे आप? कितनी कंपनियां समझ लोगे? एक एक कंपनी समझने में 6-6 महीने लगते हैं बॉस, अगर रियली इन डेप्थ काम करना है तो.
ट्रू सर.
So it is not a scalable model if you do bottom up. तो हमने किया हुआ है, तभी ये ज्ञान आया. ऐसा नहीं था कि हम हमेशा टॉप डाउन थे. हमने भी ये बॉटम अप बहुत किया है, लेकिन वी रियलाइज कि इट इज नॉट स्केलेबल. कितनी कंपनियां, कितने बैलेंस शीट, कितना आप, मतलब 5-10-25 कंपनी के ऊपर आपका बैंडविड्थ नहीं होता. बट मैक्रो करना है, उसमें तो जितना मर्जी कर लो. सेक्टर कितने हैं दुनिया में? 10-15-20 सेक्टर ही तो है.
यस सर. यस सर. मेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ सेंस सर.
So come from top to bottom. Don't go from bottom to top. And when you start doing that, you will find is you have more time available for yourself, for your family, to go out, to party, to enjoy the money. Otherwise, दिन भर बैठ के बैलेंस शीट देखते रहोगे या डे ट्रेडिंग करते रहो, तो वो तो एक, that I always say कि यार money should make you free. If it makes you a prisoner, what have you gained out of it?
So actually, this is quite a deep statement, but I feel I need 3 minutes just to process it. Because you're actually right. Because if you get the money and if it's not giving you freedom or ज़्यादा pressure ही आ रहा है, then what is the point of even having that money? And sir, what then again you said कि पहले macros, फिर you choose the best sector and sector में फिर you will choose fundamentally decent or the cream companies and you will go with them.
That's it. That's good enough to make decent money.
Sir, अभी एक और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ हो रही है is that in the worldwide, अगर मैं worldwide politics देखूंगा तो if you take China's situation and the unfortunate thing that happened in Afghanistan, where Taliban has taken over, and it is truly scary. Up, sir, what I was reading that in India can have security concerns in the future. Why? Because for Kashmir, there can be China on one side and Pakistan Taliban on the other side. And this is one concern. Again, we can't say for a fact होगा नहीं होगा तो future ही बताएगा. But this is one concern. So I want to know during wartime, during Kargil, during 9/11 in 2001 September, during 26/11, how does the market react? मतलब when market faces such uncertainty, कुछ भी हो सकता है. How does it generally react in your experience?
So there are two ways the market reacts. So even before that, there was the Gulf War of 1991.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then there was the second Gulf War of 2003. Okay, 1991 was a surprise because Saddam Hussein invaded, Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Right. It was a surprise, and markets just, crashed globally. In India, oil prices spiked up, and India के लिए oil price जाना ऊपर मतलब कि markets will fall. Right.
True, true.
It was a surprise attack. So markets remained fairly dangerous. I remember in 1991 when the first Gulf War happened. Now when Kargil happened, markets were anyway bearish because it was I think in the .com crash, right? मेरे ख्याल 2000 के आसपास होगा Kargil, right?
99. From May to July 99. Yeah.
Okay, so then market didn't do anything. Okay, so it was 99, then markets were climbing. Market did not pay much attention to it because there was a big bull market in technology worldwide, and in India, so market said ये छोटा border skirmish है and it will get contained. That was the market spread. It turned out to be right. 9/11 was a surprise, and the market fell, I think 10 or 12, 15% in a matter of 10 days time.
Yeah.
It was a surprise.
Yeah.
Right? 2003 वाला जो second Gulf War था, there was enough data available with everybody that a war is coming. So markets were prepared; they were not taken by surprise. And in fact, the day the invasion by US started, everybody was expecting markets to fall, but that was the start of a bull market. So if a problem is known, markets don't react to it.
But if it suddenly happens, तब markets react to it.
Correct, exactly. It should not be a surprise. So if you know this risk exists, I don't think it's a major problem.
Yes, it's pretty interesting because even I was seeing when 26/11 happened in Mumbai, तब I think markets were already in a 2000 जो slump पूरा आ रहा था, तो वो उसके बीच में ही September आ गया था. So I don't think that affected. But you are right. When
in fact, when 26/11 happened, markets went up after that. You can go back and check.
Yeah. Achha,
there was not much negative. There was not. In fact, even after that, Satyam also happened. Markets did not react negatively.
Yes, I remember Satyam was a very major thing back then. Yes.
Major thing. So yeah.
I'm also seeing the economy now. अब हो क्या रहा है that yes, interest rates तो reduce हो ही जा रहे हैं, government कर रही है, but again the outcome is inflation is rising. There is massive unemployment because the unorganized sector has not been able to catch up with the online revolution that's happened after COVID. So sir, if there's one thing, if the government asked you for one advice about the economy, what would that advice be?
My advice would be very simple, that please go on a huge roadshow across the world, and this should be done by not just one minister, but the main person across the world, across the smallest towns of America, and drum the message to global companies and global consumers that come to India and set up manufacturing, because China is no longer a trustworthy country.
Yeah.
Vietnam is still very small. Bangladesh is still very small. We can absorb large scale capacities. We have the labor, we have the infrastructure. We can give you a red carpet. Here is my email ID. आप मुझे directly email करिए. I will make sure all your problems are solved. If I do that, I will create a manufacturing revolution in India, and then blanket the US networks, business networks, with advertising saying, come to India as the next manufacturing hotspot. If you see CNBC in India, you see ads coming from African nations. आपने देखा होगा.
Yes sir, yes sir.
देखा है ना? Imagine their vision that they are advertising in India to get Indian companies to come to Gabon. Why we are not advertising? Why we are not marketing? Life is a marketing game. Hit the road, the networks, drum the message that India is the best place for manufacturing. You will create a revolution, and that is where your unemployment problem will get solved.
So this is actually quite interesting, because yes, because whenever I see those ads on CNBC, I never thought कि मतलब what is the sense में हो जाए, but you're right. The government is marketing so much to कि वहाँ के शुरू करो, and if India does that, then after China, so I feel this is a very advantageous position for India to take advantage of. Yes, you're right, sir.
But we should take advantage. No, advantage तो आते रहते हैं लाइफ में. अभी आप बस स्टैंड में खड़े ही रहोगे, बस आती जाएगी जाती रहेगी, तो फायदा क्या हो रहा है उसका यार? चढ़ो तो सही.
Yes. So why do you feel कि मतलब what is that one thing India is lacking that India as economy opportunity seize नहीं कर पा रही है?
I just think it is lack of commercial thinking. What I have told you, can you disagree with this?
No, sir.
If I was the, it's a difficult job to be Prime Minister of India, but if I was the Prime Minister of India, this is exactly what I would have, not today, I would have been doing it from the time trade war started under Trump. वो 3 साल अगर मैं इंडिया छोड़ के मैं सर विदेश में ही घूमता रहूं, एक एक जगह जाके ये मैसेज ड्रिल करूं कि इंडिया में आओ, ये मैंने 6 स्पॉट्स बना दिए हैं, 6 जोन बना दिए हैं, यहाँ पर आई गिव यू फ्री वाटर, फ्री इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, जो भी आपको चाहिए. मैंने अगर 5 जोन में 5 कंपनियां बैठा दी, फिर उनके वीडियो बना के मैं डालूंगा सबके नेटवर्क पर. ऐसे ही होता है काम. ये कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है, ये कॉमर्शियल थिंकिंग है. We cannot remain inward focused that we have a large domestic market. उसी के ऊपर हमारी गाड़ी चलती रही.
Yes, I completely agree, and it's a very interesting point of view, because you're right. Because I feel India में entrepreneurs should be more glamorized, which they aren't, unfortunately. Investment entrepreneurs should be the real heroes of the economy, which they
Correct.
aren't. So there is a shift, hoping that it'll come sooner. But yes, sir, you're right. Sir, now in stock markets भी कितने टाइप के business आ गए हैं. In early 90s, I remember stock broking was the thing to be in. It was the most profitable business, one of the most profitable business. Then mutual funds came. Then PMS services also came. And in which First Global is also a very strong part of it, which we'll talk about later. But sir, what do you feel in the future? What business in stock markets will do very well? Do you think brokerage, mutual funds, and PMS services will grow, or there's something else that you might feel will grow in the future?
Ultimately, what will grow? Brokerage, I think, is a business which has, the best days are behind it. Okay, because it's no longer the business it used to be, and for right reasons. It is not adding any value, and businesses that don't add value should not remain in a profitable sense, right?
Yeah.
I think what will matter a lot will be honest advice, because there is also space available in this world for an honest doctor who doesn't tell you to do 100 tests and 5 surgeries, who will tell you don't need anything, you go and change your lifestyle, and that's good enough. There is enough market for honesty in this world. We may have become very commercial, but I always have believed from day one since I started business, मैं झूठ नहीं बोलूंगा यार. आपको पसंद आए नहीं आए, मैं बोल दूंगा ये शेयर मत लो. ओके, आप बेशक मेरे पास नहीं लोगे, कहीं और जाके लेना है ले लो, बट मैं नहीं लेता ये सब चीज. ओके, So I don't believe that you should ever try to do things for your own bottom line. Give the right advice. There is enough market for that, and it is a permanent business. There will never come a time when honesty will be considered bad,
True, true,
particularly where money is involved.
true. So yes, very true. Because if I personally, if I can imagine, if I know someone who's honest and give the honest advice, I would always like go to him first. चाहे वो जितना भी amount मांग कुछ भी करे, my priority would be definitely him. This is very interesting.
I mean, I always say this to my people कि बॉस हमें गलत नहीं बोलना है, लेकिन वो सही बोलने का मैं पैसे लूंगा और ट्रांसपेरेंटली लूंगा और छाती के लूंगा.
Yes, sir.
तो मैं 1% लूंगा या 1.5% लूंगा, दो जो भी लूंगा वो उसके लिए है, और जिसको देना है देगा, जिसको नहीं देना है नहीं देगा, लेकिन मैं अपने एथिक्स से कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करूंगा. एंड पीपल हु वैल्यू दैट विल पे मी 1%. आर यू टेलिंग मी 1% इज दैट इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस वर्ल्ड? व्हाट इज 1% यार? 50 लाख रुपए का 1% तो कितना होता है साहब? 50,000 रुपया होता है,
True.
राइट? 50,000 रुपया क्या, 4,000 रुपया पर मंथ होता है यार. 100 रुपया पर डे होता है. I mean, are you telling me that your money should be managed by people who gives you this 100 rupee less?
True, sir. True. So, but India में there's an issue that sorry.
In health and in wealth, you should never compromise. You should go to people who are honest. An honest, good advisor will save you so much trouble that वो आधा 1% आगे पीछे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. It is foolishness to go for the cheapest. Go for the best and the most honest. I always say this. Therefore, to answer your question, I think honesty is a permanent business model. If you practice it, what you preach, you will have more than enough business.
So you know, my Baba used to say this that चाहे तुम कुछ भी करो, lawyer, CA, doctor, and financial advisor should always be the top. I think because I think same ideology, sir. You also saying that they should always be at the best and the someone who's honest. बट सर इंडिया में ये है ना, बिकॉज आई डोंट नो वाई ट्रेड स्टॉक मार्केट्स में भी, बिकॉज मूवीज बहुत ग्लैमराइज हो गया एंड पीपल थिंक यार यहाँ तो भाई महीने भर में प्रॉफिट होगा एंड एक दिन में ब्रेक इवन कर दूंगा मैं, बिकॉज पीपल मे बी डोंट टेक इट एज अ बिजनेस एंड दे आर ऑलवेज लुकिंग फॉर सच चीप थ्रिल्स, इसको मैं बोल सकता हूँ. और फिर इसलिए ऐसी बहुत ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है एंड अल्टीमेटली स्टॉक मार्केट्स एंड्स अप गेटिंग अ बैड नेम. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द सोल्यूशन ऑफ दिस? डू यू फील दैट देयर माइट कम अ डे इन इंडिया जहाँ पे लोग स्टॉक मार्केट्स में एक महीने में अमीर होने का नहीं सोचेंगे? डू यू फील ऐसा एक दिन आ सकता है?
Stock market is it's a reflection of human beings. Na? Ultimately, human beings ही बनाते हैं ना stock market को. So there will be periods of very easy money. There will be periods when nothing will work. It is a lesson of life. One more thing, stock market, which I always say, they tell you what kind of animal you are. They make you discover your worst qualities. They make you discover कि यार मैं बहुत greedy आदमी हूँ, मैं बहुत लालची हूँ, या वो सारी चीजें आपको स्टॉक मार्केट एक मिरर है, आपको दिखा देगा वो मिरर. यू मे नॉट लाइक द मिरर, बट इट विल शो यू दैट मिरर. सो आई हैव कंसिडर्ड द स्टॉक मार्केट a giant classroom, and I remain a student even till date. So that's the way I've looked at it.
Wow. Yes, sir. Yeah, I completely agree with you. This is, I think, a great message for everyone. Up, sir, I want to talk about First Global. Now, talking about First Global, it is insane. It's the first Asian member to get to be a member of London Stock Exchange. It's one of the first ventures for research and report for companies abroad. I feel, even my dad was telling me कि there was a time जहाँ पे सिर्फ इंडियन कंपनीज की रिपोर्ट्स आती थी, बट फर्स्ट ग्लोबल फाइनली फिर बाहर की कंपनीज की प्रॉपर मतलब analysis and all the fundamental reports, and first professionally run broking firm. And sir, it's both by you and Devana ma'am. So how did that journey start? Because did you first, I have two questions here. कि सबसे पहला, how did you have the vision of First Global? And second, a lot of people say it's very difficult to work with your better half. It's very difficult कि यार दोनों सेम काम कर रहे हैं, घर पे भी सेम बातें हो रही हैं. It's very difficult. So what was your experience?
The second question is more relevant. Difficult तो होता ही होता है. There's no doubt about it. It's not an easy act. So जो करना चाह रहे हैं सोच समझ के ही करना. As far as the vision was concerned, First Global, back in the early 90s, as a member of the stock exchange, you could not be a corporate entity.
Yes, sir.
Only sole proprietorships or partnerships were allowed. So our company, we had become members earlier, but it got converted to a corporate entity when the norms were changed, and that was in 1993 or 4, and that's when we put the name First Global, and the vision was back then when we were in our early 30s.
Wow.
I think I must have been 30 at that time. So हमने ये कहा कि यार अगर हमारे में स्किल है तो सिर्फ इंडिया ही क्यों, वी मस्ट बिकम ए ट्रूली ग्लोबल फर्म। तो विजन तो उस वक्त हो गया था, बहुत क्लैरिटी थी। एंड आई हैव ऑलवेज बिलीव कि आवर ब्रेन्स, आवर एजुकेशन इज in India, what we get is excellent by any standards. Our MBA institutes, our engineering schools are amongst the best in the world. So why should we not compete at the world level? And आज भी मुझे बड़ा दुख लगता है कि यार इंडियन कंपनी सिर्फ इंडिया के ही कंज्यूमर को बेच बेच के हैप्पी होती है। आज तक एक ग्लोबल कंपनी, ग्लोबल ब्रांड नहीं बना इंडिया से। चाइना से बन गए, कोरिया से बन गए, जापान से बन गए, ताइवान से बन गए, इंडिया से नहीं बनते, बिकॉज वी आर वेरी वेरी नैरो इन आवर थिंकिंग। बट दैट वी ऑलवेज बिलीव एट एफजी दैट वी हैव टू ग्लोबलाइज, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड कंपनीज अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड। we cover companies in China, we cover companies in Japan, US तो है ही है, we cover companies in Latin America, in Switzerland, Europe, in UK, in Vietnam, Saudi Arabia. We can do that. Human brain is infinite capacity. आप उसको stretch करो, it will give you magic. उसको जितना आप नैरो बनाओगे वो और नैरो होता चला जाए। So just like you go to the gym, brain is of exactly the same thing. उसको expand करो, overload करो, उसको थकाओ।
Sir, in your
तो हमने
experience,
हमने बहुत थकाया है साहब, बहुत थकाया है, बहुत, आज भी थकाते हैं।
so I can imagine अगर आप 10,000 रुपए बुक्स स्पेंड करें at that time, तो ब्रेन की एक्सरसाइज तो काफी हो चुकी है। So in your experience, which is the most exciting country to invest in stock market? जैसे आपने तो you've seen company in Latin America, maybe in China, Taiwan, everywhere. In your experience, what do you on a personal level feel कि यार यहाँ पे companies and the markets are very exciting in this country?
So clearly US is 55% of the world. So, obviously it has an ecosystem which creates, great entrepreneurs. And as you correctly said, in India, we don't celebrate entrepreneurs, but in the US, entrepreneurs, failed entrepreneurs, 3 times failures, that culture is a very risk oriented. It is not in एक बार अगर फेल हो गए तो you become like a शादी नहीं होगी, या मतलब लोग बोलेंगे यार इसका बिजनेस खत्म हो गया। Hopefully we will change, and I hope we change as a nation in that mindset. But US and all have gotten there first. China, in the last 10-15 years, I can tell you, we invest there. There, the culture of entrepreneurship has also come substantially.
Yeah.
So India is a great market. In India, you find very good companies that come up. So, again, I say, why restrict yourself? यार, widen your catchment. आप टीम 11 की प्लेयर, 11 कहीं नहीं लिखते, 11 ही राइट में। आप 25 करो, 30 करो, 40 करो, there is enough. I always say this, why should you restrict yourself to that in a supermarket, that little part, that place where you go to buy whatever आप हर दिन वहीं जाते हो, वहीं से सामान लेके आते हो। बाकी जगह पे थोड़ा घूमो यार, सुपरमार्केट में बहुत सामान होते हैं, maybe you something even better than that aisle. So life is like a supermarket. You expand your vision, you might find opportunities everywhere in the world. In Latin America, there have been great companies also.
Completely agree with you. So any specific company or sector in your case, because you are looking at the macros, which you are excited for the future in the coming near future?
So I don't get excited much about investing, so I always believe that you should not get these emotional things like excitement, attachment. यही सब चीजें आपको कल hurt करने वाली। So it's like in cricket, last ball पे क्या हुआ भूल जाओ, अगला ball खेलने की तैयारी करो। I am prepared for the next ball. It might be a great ball, it might be a terrible ball. We'll put it away. We'll deal with it. So I'm excited about anything, nor am I unexcited about anything. We will keep dealing with the markets with an open mind, without any predisposed point of view. So, like in India, there are very good companies, let's say APIs. Okay, we know that they've done very well. It looks good, but maybe things can change 6 months from now. Why should I get so attached to it? कि जब change होगा for example, I'm in so much love with it that I cannot change. I have no attachment or excitement in this game. Okay, I do it like a surgeon doing a surgery.
So this is very interesting because one thing very clearly, जो मुझे अभी read from my mind, is that you are not emotionally connected to stock market. You are detached from it, and you very clear कि यार एक opportunity गई, दूसरी opportunity आएगी. Maybe that is the reason stock markets में इतना survive भी करना is a challenge, because if you get emotionally attached to you can't survive in stock markets for so long. So sir, is this one of the main ways that you and Devanam have changed over 40 years in stock markets, or are there any other things also you feel that 40 years ago and today it's changed heavily?
This part that today we are completely data driven. We are far less engaged in the human aspects of investing, because it is our learning and belief now that that model will not give you consistency of returns. It will give you good periods, then terrible periods for a long period of time, then again good periods, which means you have a big yo-yo in your investing return profile. But through a quantitative approach, you even it out, okay, because you are not involved, on an emotional basis. So our learning today and our approach today is like night and day. The needle has gone from one end to the other end. It's a big shift, I can tell you that much.
I can imagine, sir.
But it works brilliantly. I mean, I can tell you, I mean, it reduces our stress. Forget about everything else. You will not find a single line on my forehead. Okay, you will not find any lines.
True.
Okay, मेरे बाल पूरे अभी निकाले हैं. That that comes out of detachment. That comes out of being data driven.
So this is something very deep, and I feel ये वो समझेगा जो market experience कर चुका है ना. He will understand this point what you're talking about, because I feel मुझे ही यहाँ पे झुर्री आ रही है मेरे forehead में पूरी, and even I'm getting concerned with this. But you're right, sir. Sir, I have a request from you. कल मेरा birthday था, and I turned 29 yesterday. So I would like two things from you. सबसे पहला, if you can give me good wishes for my future in stock markets, it would mean a great deal to me. And second, sir, what would you advise yourself at the age of 29?
Oh, this is such a great piece of news, Harsh. Many, many belated happy
Thank you,
returns of
sir.
the day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
And
much.
I am really impressed that at this young age of 29, you have maturity beyond your years, which means that you're all set to play a very, very long innings in this game. That much I can see very clearly.
Thank you, sir.
So all the very best for the future. And, I think you're well on your way to becoming a great success.
Yes, so I'm
Without any
blushing.
doubt.
I'm blushing right now. आंसू निकलने वाले. I'm blushing. This really means a great deal to me. So thank you so much. It really, really means a lot.
And always remain grounded. Main चीज इसमें है, plant your feet, put Fevicol on your feet always. Okay, don't leave home without Fevicol on your feet. It's easy to get carried away. We have all gotten carried away, in our various points of our life. That's when I say that you should not at all have ego, arrogance in this game. Be humble, be grounded. Be a good student. Don't become a teacher too soon.
Very true, sir. और grounded humility वाला part तो I agree. I feel that stock market is a game वही जो एकदम ज़मीन पे ले आता है, चाहे तुम जहाँ भी उड़ रहे हो ज़मीन पे ले आता है. Well, sir, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was Mr. Shankar Sharma for you, sir. It is a complete honor. I know आपका schedule बहुत busy है and you have a call lined up. And thank you so much for spending time for us. It means the world to me and everyone watching, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Harsh. Take care and all the very best to your viewers.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye-bye.